Hello and welcome. I'm Jukeson. Welcome to the Not Your Average White Boy Show. Here I go as another walk for today. I'm gonna go ahead and title this one, or this video's name, For Ray. I met a gentleman yesterday by the name of Ray. Very kind dude. I wanted to know a little bit more about the world. He was into branching his horizons and outside of the social norm that he normally associate himself with. That was very gracious of the guy, because I bought a laptop off of him for $120 and it was like a $300 laptop. I couldn't complain. Dude barely used it. Great guy. But we got into kind of a discussion of religion. I don't know if you have noticed, but I've noticed, and some of the other people I hang around with have noticed. If you excuse me, I have to walk through some kind of brush here. Yeah. Hopefully I don't drop my phone. Oh, but I land in mud. Yeah, that's great. Woohoo. Alright, and with the rains yesterday, it's going to make getting up this thing fun. Oh, snap. There we go. As I said in my first video, please excuse my retardation. But as I was saying, I would just, I'm going to title this video For Ray, because we got on the discussion of religion and a couple other different things, and I explained my view of religion. And I know it's not a popular view, but then again, like, not a lot of people's view on religion is a popular view, depending on where you go in the country and or world, because it's different all over. He was not of a monotheistic belief. Myself, I am not of a monotheistic belief, and if you don't know what I mean by monotheistic, and it's just simply mono means one. Mono means one. There is one God. I am of a more of a polytheistic belief, which is the belief in many gods. What I believe in is, just because it's the easiest thing and it's the best way I can describe it, is shamanic theism. As in meaning, I believe that everything has life. Every blade of grass, every leaf, every gust of wind, it all has meaning, it all has energy, it all has life. Everything in this world was made for a purpose, whether it's your car, it's the mosquito biting you on your ass, or whatever it is. We all have life energy and should all be respected. And that's like the shamanic, as far as to my shamanic extent. The theism part comes into my belief of many gods, because I do not believe that there is one whole soul and only God that controls our universe. And now, before you go off on me, okay, I was raised Catholic. I did the non-denominational Christian thing. I've been baptized in a couple different types of Christianity and Catholicism, and I tried to experience throughout different religions to find my own, and I just found that it was best to go out there and look at everything and take a piece of everything and fit it in, take what made sense to me and make it into my own belief, because that is one of the great things about being an American, is, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of religion. But I guess I'm rambling a little bit too far now. As I was saying, this character Ray and myself, we sat down, and I'd never met this man before in my life, but he was gracious enough to allow me about an hour and a half of his time, as we just sat there and chit-chatted and shot the shit and drank a cup of coffee or two at the coffee shop we met up for the laptop. And I'll break down my theory onto religion. Now this is my theory and or thought. Now this is just a thought. I'm not saying that this is what happened and you must believe this is what happened. I'm not saying that. That is not my job here as an American person or as a human being. I believe in the right for you to believe in whatever you want to believe in. If you want to believe in the flying spaghetti monster, by goddamn believe in the flying spaghetti monster. That is your right. That is what you can do. And if you find proof and validity and it makes sense to you, follow it. Do it. I'm all for you. It's just my thought process is away from the social norm, as to say. I know my video is not very interesting. I'll be doing this shit from my phone. I am not that technologically savvy. And maybe I'll be better since I have a laptop now. I might be able to make some sort of kind of videos together once I figure that stuff out. And if anybody wants to come help me, I'd appreciate the help. But before Jesus came down onto this earth, before Jesus came down onto this earth, the prominent belief system across the known world was polytheism. Greek and Roman mythology, Gaelic mythology, Gothic mythology, Germanic mythology. That was the primary belief across the world. You know, Zeus, Haden, Poseidon, Athena, Aphrodite, Hermes, those blokes, those people, that's polytheism. Greek and Roman mythology is polytheism. But you look at what the scriptures said of Zeus before Jesus Christ made his appearance on this earth. Now, I am not diminishing the fact that there was a Jesus Christ. There's too many places in time that depict him being here to say he never was here. I'm not trying to say that. I do believe that Jesus Christ was a real person, just that he was sent down here for a different meaning, and that's what I'm building up to. But if you look at the scriptures of what they called Zeus before Jesus came down and started his conversion of Christianity across the known world, they call him the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, the creator of heaven and earth. We'll fast forward that now to modern day, Lutheranism, Christianity, Catholicism, baptism, even Islam, okay? They all name their one and only God the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the creator of heaven and earth. The one holy, all natural, all supernatural being. And I find that just kind of funny. Because before Jesus Christ came around, we had, the God of the seas, the God of the wind, the God of speed, the God of war. We had all these different gods that were given prayers and sacrifices from their faithful followers, their devout prayers. And each different god had its own priest and priestess and archbishop and this, that, whatever. And it spread out all of that, so to say, power amongst everybody. It's noted that what is the one thing that Zeus wanted above all else? Not just the faithful following of not just the faithful following of the people he created or the people that he commanded, but what was the one thing that he wanted above all else? Zeus wanted almighty power. How do gods get their power? People prayed to them. They made sacrifices. They went on journeys in the name of their gods. And that is how the gods got their power. was from our prayers. Well, i.e., a little while later, Jesus Christ pops up. And he's telling everybody to believe in this one holy, all-powerful, unmatched God. That he is the God of God. He is the King of Kings. He is the creator of heaven and earth. And that's it. You just have to have faith that he is the God of God, the King of Kings, the creator of heaven and earth. So Jesus Christ comes down and he converts thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people over to Christianity and monotheism, to where he does it so well that it takes the old world over by wildfire. And then we lead into the things such as the Crusades that came later on, which is something I'll ramble about at another point in time as I'm walking down the canal at the moment. But I think I lost my train. My train's trying to sail and my boat's trying to ride the tracks. Shit. But what I'm getting at here is I believe that Jesus was sent down here not necessarily to save everybody, and so that everybody will be forgiven and, you know, get the rite of passage into the holy place. I don't believe that's why Jesus Christ was sent down here. I believe that Jesus Christ was sent down here for as deception, as a son of Zeus, to get the world to call Zeus God, which in the old days, way back then, when you said God and you didn't put God of whatever, when you said God, you referred to Zeus. That's who you referred to. When you said God, you spoke of Zeus. And so it wasn't that much of a transition to go God and still mean Zeus. And now you have, after the conversion of Christianity and Catholicism, Jesus coming down on earth and his passing, and those scriptures being wrote and everything else like that, to make sure everybody didn't go get all pissed the fuck off. Now what do you have instead of gods and goddesses? You have saints, bishops, archbishops, archangels, and angels. Which is like Saint Babs, for instance. Saint Babs, Saint Barbarossa, the patron saint of artillery. There was a god of artillery. Now there's a saint of artillery. There was a god of war. Now you have a saint of war. There was a god of love. Now you have an archbishop of love. Can you see where I'm connecting the dots here? I need to light my cigarette. But that is kind of my theory in a nutshell. I still believe that there is a multitude of gods. That there's not just one sole holy God. I don't believe that there's one untangible being that can control all of this. And then there's other people who say that there's nothing out there at all, that there is no gods, that it's just matter and time and processes forming and evolution and what's needed for life and what's not needed for life, which is all solid theories. That's the beauty of living in America and the world that we do, is that we can express what we think. Even though it ain't America the Beautiful no more, the previous administration had a damn good job at fucking that up for us. But it's just, I just wanted to share my theory on my belief, and I hope that in action of sharing my belief, of sharing my thoughts, that it can make you think about something else. Maybe take an outside perspective to the way you've been looking at things. Maybe I hope maybe it connected a couple of answers to you. I'm not a very smart person. I'm really not. I don't claim to be. I just have my random thoughts and I go on my random rambles. If you are watching this as the second video of the Not Your Average White Boy Show, thank you very much for taking the time, the almost 16 minutes now, to hear me out and listen to my bullshit. That's kind of all I really had. Again, I'm new to this. My name is Jukeson. Welcome to the Not Your Average White Boy channel. I will try to put up videos, almost every day on something that's just a thought. And I hope you continue to come back and watch. I hope I can create a following, and I hope y'all appreciate listening to me. I also hope I can facilitate a laugh in the near future. But overview essentially is my thought process is Jesus Christ was sent down for deception to get the world to believe into a monotheistic view. So Zeus, who was the god of gods back then, could have his almighty and all holy power, and now you have the monotheistic religions that we have today, because Muhammad said some of the same things as some of our prophets said, and Muhammad did some of the same things as some of our prophets said. And what I mean by our prophets, I mean as your basic Bible prophets. Just because it's kind of two different types of the spectrum, and people don't believe. Nah, I'll save that for I'll save that for a different video. I've already talked about religion enough. Yeah. Again, that's my bullshit. I hope you appreciate it. I hope it made you think. I hope it opened an eye in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And as always, y'all take care of yourself. You have a blessed and loved day. Please leave comments, and I will try to keep on top of them. And just help me out. I would love to build a community. I would love to build a following and talk to y'all and get to know y'all. Thank you very much. My name is Jukeson. Thank you for watching the Not Your Average White Boy Show, and may y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Goodbye.